good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Haryana campaign has come to an end and the countdown to the polls has begun. The 90-member Assembly state of Haryana will vote on Saturday. Now, this is an election where we saw the Congress party riding on its momentum of winning 5 seats in the state in the Lok Sabha elections of 2024 and now showcasing its regional leadership in the Hudas, trying to manage the fault lines, particularly with leaders such as Randeep Surjewala and Kumari Shelja. Now, the BJP, on the other hand, has banked on its corrective decisions. A chief minister changed and a lot of focus on fresh candidates, even as the Congress party relied on old faces. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked people of the state to vote for the BJP for stability and development, and he has said that the Congress's politics is centered around caste, which is divisive. Now, Rahul Gandhi emphasized on caste census, unemployment, the Agnipath scheme, farmers and other issues. The BJP has claimed that the Congress will take the state back to the era of violence against Dalits, days where karchis and parchis, meaning commissions and references, will be needed for jobs, and that dalals and damads will rule the roost. Now, there are big questions. How will caste matter in this election? Will Jats come back to power in Haryana? Will the JJP and the INLD get back some of their lost vote share, or will they collapse? And will the BJP brazen out the anti-incumbency? That's what we will discuss today. We will be joined by a panel of experts. But first, let's look at how the last day of the election campaign panned out with some reactions from both sides.
बीजेपी के लोग, आरएसएस के लोग नफरत फैलाते हैं। नफरत को मिटाना है भाइयों और बहनों। लड़ाई कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की है, संविधान की है। नफरत और मोहब्बत के बीच में लड़ाई है। छोटी छोटी पार्टियां घूम रही हैं। ये बीजेपी की ए, बी, सी, डी, ई, एफ टीम्स हैं। इनको आप समर्थन मत दीजिए, कांग्रेस पार्टी को अपना वोट दीजिए और यहां बीजेपी की सरकार को हटाने का काम कीजिए।
हरियाणा ने 10 वर्ष के अंदर हरियाणा ने डबल इंजन सरकार के नेतृत्व में कार्य को होते हुए एक अंजाम तक पहुंचते हुए देखा है। हाईवे का निर्माण, रेलवे की प्रगति, नए नए फ्लाईओवर और रोड ओवर ब्रिजेज बनना, नए नए औद्योगिक क्षेत्र का विकसित होना, युवाओं को बिना खर्ची और बिना पर्ची के नौकरी और रोजगार की सुविधा उपलब्ध हो जाना।
My colleague Gurpreet joins us. Gurpreet, tell us about the last day of campaign. Who said what and what is expected day after tomorrow?
Well, we have seen today was the last day and all the political leaders and political leaders from the center leadership, specifically the top leaders of all the political party, they had just come for campaign. The message was very clear. They want to connect the masses there. They held a public rallies, public announcements also, so that they will be able to convince the voters. We have seen efforts from the Congress party, Aam Aadmi party, INLD, JJP were being done by all the leaders here. The main issue which we can understand from talking to a lot of voters within Haryana, unemployment is prevailing. They are saying inflation is prevailing, and anti-incumbency against the BJP government, that has turned out to be one of the major issues. So one of the voters from here, from Haryana also, we will talk to her to understand. So how do you see the elections? What are the main issues which you are seeing?
Yes, there are some issues we have been facing from past since many years. Like I stay in Sector 7, Panchkula only, and we face a lot of sewerage issues, and their parks are really not maintained. We cannot send our kids to the parks. The rides over there are not properly maintained, and they're like general public. We face these issues, and we want these to be taken care of. And
do you think that unemployment, the way the BJP government has been claiming, there is a lot of development which has been done. So do you think these are also issues?
Yes, to some extent, though, right, we do face some issues. We want them to be taken care of.
So, well, if we can talk about Haryana people, we have seen a lot of issues which have been raised by the lot of people also. So, what the core concern is very clear. So, we have another voter also, so we will talk. So, ma'am, what are the main issues which you are looking forward from the political parties?
सर ये है कि पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ में अब जैसे हमारा बिजनेस है पंचकूला पे इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया में, तो उसके आगे की रोड का जो हाल है, मतलब गाड़ी का तो जाना ही नामुमकिन है। हमारी गाड़ियों की सर्विस होती है, कस्टमर्स कंप्लेन करते हैं, बिजनेस बहुत ज़्यादा हैम्पर होता है। और हमने तो 2 साल 3 साल पहले ज्ञानचंद गुप्ता जी को भी लेटर लिखा, मैंने खुद लिखा कि सर मुझे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम आ रही है। उन्होंने लेटर रिवर्ट किया कि हाँ जी मैम 1.5 महीने में आपकी रोड बन जाएगी। आज आप देख लीजिए 3 साल पे खड़े हैं हम, रोड नहीं बनी है। और जब बिजनेस हैम्पर होता है वो अलग होता है।
So here we can see, we can understand from the voters also, they say development is also one of the major issue here, and whereas we have seen the BJP has been claiming they have done a lot of development and they have been asking for a vote from the voters on the basis of development. So let's wait for election. Once the election will come out, after that the result will clear that who party and which party will be able to make a mark in this elections. Back to studio.
Well, many concerns there. Thank you, Gurpreet, for joining us with those voices. We also have Ashpreet Kadyal, who's a spokesperson of the Congress Party. We have Rohan Gupta, spokesperson of the BJP, and Amitabh Tiwari, political strategist. Thank you, all of you, for joining me on this show. Starting with you, Mr. Tiwari, because you have the data and you've studied this. Clearly, it looks like Congress has steadily increased its presence in northern Haryana, where the Jats are there. I mean, they are influential there, and BJP, of course, has maintained its dominance when it comes to the Ahirwal belt. When it comes to the different regions of Haryana, tell us how do you see how do you see the election shaping this time, specifically with regard to the most important communities there, including the Jats and Dalits?
Yeah, so essentially there are 37 seats mainly in the Jat land. So it's Rohtak and Hisar administrative divisions, where the Jat population is more than 20%. In 2019, there was a three-way split. The Congress won 14, BJP 12, and the JJP and others 11. In 2024 general elections, the Congress was leading on 27 of those seats. So for Congress, it is very, very imperative to lead on these 37 seats. However, the Congress weak areas are the GT road belt, the Ambala and Karnal administrative divisions, where the Punjabi, Khatri, Brahmin, Baniya population is fairly high, and the Ahirwal and the Faridabad belt, wherein the Ahirs and the Gujar population is high. So here is where the Congress party aims to increase its presence, and that is very, very necessary for the Congress party to do well. For the BJP, it is important to make a dent in the Jat land because there are 37 seats. They are fairly important. And we've seen in the 2024 general elections as well as 2019 that the Congress party was able to recover some of the lost ground in the GT road belt.
Right.
Unemployment is a bigger issue. What is helping the Congress is that three major vote blocks, which is women, farmers, and the youth. There is some amount of discontent because of various reasons. The farmers protest, Agniveer scheme, and the wrestlers protest. And these groups backed the Congress party in large numbers. Anywhere between 47% of youth, 18 to 25 category, to 61% of farmers. That's an increase of 20% to 40% across farmers, women, and youth. Right. So these are the vote blocks where there is some natural anger, discontent, which the Congress party has been able to exploit. However, it is wary of not making it a Jat versus a non-Jat battle.
Right. Rohan Gupta, in the last few days, we did see your party's leaders talk so much about Dalit violence during the Hooda regime. We heard about the Mirchpur clashes, and there was a renewal of that kind of memory. And of course, the kind of alleged humiliation that both Kumari Shailja and Ashok Tanwar had to face. And today, Ashok Tanwar has rejoined the Congress party. What kind of a setback is it? Because I understand that apart from the OBC votes, BJP was looking at the Dalit vote.
So this election has been surrounded by four issues as far as Congress party is concerned. That is Jativad, Parivarvad, Jangal Raj or Bhrashtachar. These are the core issues around which the Congress party campaign has been. Then the history is there in the state. Haryana has been ruled by BJP for last 10 years, and there is no major issue as far as corruption is concerned. There was, after 10 years, the CM was changed, a new CM. He has come out with the promises. He has already fulfilled the promises which he has made initially. There were two issues of Agniveer and farmers. Those have been taken care. One important issue, Vasudha, I would like to share here is even in the worst case scenario where BJP has lost 5 seats in Lok Sabha, they were leading in 44 assembly segments. I understand that assembly elections are different from the Lok Sabha elections. But overall, the trend says that when in a worst case scenario you are at 44, it is not that difficult for you to retain that number. After that, the way BJP cadre has worked on ground, the way the campaign has been, the way the Naib Singh Saini has worked, the kind of credibility he has gained in last few days, I am pretty sure that BJP is going to come there for third time and going to repeat the history what Modi ji repeated at the center. On the other side of hand, obviously, if anybody who is in Haryana, he will compare the tenure of Congress party before 10 years. Like there was Kharchi Parchi, they are talking about employment. Nobody was getting job without Kharchi Parchi. They still remember that Dangal Raj atrocities against Dalit. Even their own leader Sheljaji told that before 2014 it is very difficult for Dalit to be to be the citizen of Haryana. So people haven't forgotten it. Obviously, in 10 years, there will be small issues here and there where there can be anti-incumbency. But BJP has been successful in past in many other states in beating anti-incumbency. And same thing we see here because there is a sensitivity towards the issues of people, be it Agnivir, be it farmers, be it youngsters, employment, all the issues wherever we feel that something better can be done. Same has been promised by BJP.
Mr. Karyal, is there a sense of discord between what the state unit wants and what the central leadership is saying? Because Rahul Gandhi is constantly speaking about caste census, he's speaking about empowering the people who have been deprived, but clearly in Haryana it looks to be an out-and-out Huda's elections. The candidates are the Hudas, the kind of resources that they've put in. So when are we really going to see a Dalit chief minister from the Congress's side, despite Congress party talking so much about this?
Thank you very much. Well, we have very recently seen a Dalit chief minister by the Congress party in the very neighboring state of Haryana in Punjab, Mr. Charanjit Singh Channi. That's one. Number two, well, the chances for the Bharatiya Janata Party to win in this election are as good as the chances for Mr. Modi to do a press conference tomorrow. And we all know it for a fact that Mr. Modi hasn't done a single press conference in the last 10 years. Number two, the Bharatiya Janata Party's arrogance is going to be shattered only a few days to go. And why do I say that? I'll give you facts. I'll give you examples for that. On one hand, it's a Congress party wherein, at the 11th hour, people are leaving other parties, senior leaders of other parties are leaving, jumping ship, joining Congress party, for example, Mr. Ashok Tanwar, Mr. Amar Singh, etc. And on the other hand, there is a Bharatiya Janata Party whose 8 senior leaders have been expelled by the Bharatiya Janata Party for rebellion, for they were contesting as independents. For the Bharatiya Janata Party's leaders know that the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to be winning. One,
Mr. Karyal, you have also done that, right? Chitra Sarwara has been, expelled by your party also.
If I may, please, if I may. All I'm saying is the uninterrupted time was given to my fellow panelists. I just request for half a minute more. What I'm saying is that on one hand, the Bharatiya Janata Party is being left. The senior leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party are jumping ship or are contesting as independents and are being expelled. Former ministers, former MLAs, etc. Now, this goes on to suggest one thing, that the wind is in the favor of the Congress party. That's why leaders at the 11th hour are joining us. And there's a major rebellion in the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'd just ask them a few questions. One, do you really think you'll be able to do away with the anti-incumbency that is there with the Bharatiya Janata Party since you tried to do away with Mr. Khattar? Second of all, why are you so scared and why are you so bewildered that you did not even want Mr. Khattar to be seen with Mr. Modi? And the reports were everywhere. And number three, I want to ask the Bharatiya Janata Party, how many CM candidates do you have? On one hand,
that's a problem that applies to you also. So let me get a response from Rohan. Rohan, some of the points that he said are very important because when it comes to Kisan, Pahalwan, Jawan, clearly there are some policies of the previous Manohar Lal government which seem to have really irked people. Do you think that the change in chief minister came much later? It could have been done much earlier.
See, Vasudha, if you see historically also, BJP is the only party who can beat anti-incumbency and repeat the government maybe twice or thrice. You give me example of last Congress government when they could, beat the anti-incumbency and repeat the government, be it Rajasthan, be it Madhya Pradesh, be it Chhattisgarh. Obviously, we know that anti-incumbency is a normal phenomenon. But BJP knows how to ensure that what are the needs of people and how to fulfill them. And that's why after 10 years, and the CM has been changed and there is no major issue. You tell me, even after giving promise to the people, can Congress change CM? Could Congress change CM in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh or Madhya Pradesh? No. The two prominent leaders in each of the states, it was clear in front of people that they will change. They are not able to do. Here Manohar Lal Khattar is there, who is doing campaigning. There is obviously no major issue. So it is all united house as far as
But there are
BJP is
also
concerned.
videos
Now
of
my
him
friend
coming
was
out,
saying
right?
that
So
who is
clearly,
the
the
last
CM
question,
was changed
Vasudha.
because of
Last question.
reasons. Okay, I'm completely
Last
out of time.
question.
Thank you all of you for joining me on
Who
this.
is the CM candidate of Congress?
Okay, thank you so much for joining me on this show. We also have, we have the Chief Minister Nayaab Singh Saini contesting from the Ladwa seat. This is a prestige battle for the BJP. My colleague Gurpreet Singh Chinna spoke to people there to understand what they feel. Here's a report.
Well, we are in Ladwa constituency and it has a lot of importance in Haryana politics because from here Nayaab Singh Saini, who is the Chief Minister of Haryana, he is contesting, and against Nayaab Singh Saini we have seen Meva Singh, Congress candidate, he is contesting, and Meva Singh has been elected last time from the same constituency. We have some people of this constituency. We will ask these questions to them to understand what is the undercurrent and what do they think about different issues which is prevailing in this constituency. So वेलकम टू एनडीटीवी। तो आज लास्ट डे है कैंपेन का। सबसे पहली बात यह है कि लीडर्स आ रहे हैं और जो पार्टी के बड़े लीडर्स आ रहे हैं, क्या उसका कोई इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है? और अगर इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी की बात करें तो यहाँ मुख्यमंत्री लड़ रहे हैं, तो क्या लग रहा है?
मुख्यमंत्री तो है ही नहीं जी, नायब उनका नाम है, वैसे गायब रहे। पहले 4.5 साल लोकसभा प्रत्याशी वो एमपी रहे, तो एमपी रहने के बावजूद सुख दुख में आने की तो बात दूर है, वो तो धन्यवाद करने भी नहीं आए। तो मुख्यमंत्री क्या, उसको मानता ही नहीं कोई।
तो इश्यूज़ क्या रहेंगे? ये तो कह रहे हैं कि शायद वो यहाँ पे नहीं आए, प्रेजेंस पे ही इलेक्शन को डिसाइड करेंगे, लेकिन इश्यूज़ क्या हैं?
नमस्कार जी, मैं बवैन से रामपाल सैनी। अगर सरकार ने विकास किया होता, ऊपर भी भारत की सरकार भी बीजेपी की थी और हरियाणा में सरकार बीजेपी की थी, तो इन्होंने अगर इतना विकास किया होता तो यहाँ पर बड़े बड़े नेता जैसे माननीय श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी और अमित शाह जी यहाँ रैलियाँ कर रहे हैं, और यहाँ तक कि इन्होंने तो लाडवा में श्रीमती स्मृति ईरानी और हेमा मालिनी जी को भी प्रचार के लिए बुला लिया है। जब हम कोई अच्छा काम करेंगे, वोटर तो हमें घर से बुला के वोट देगा।
बीजेपी क्लेम कर रही है कि हमने बहुत डेवलपमेंट किया और डेवलपमेंट के मुद्दे पे ही हम इलेक्शन लड़ रहे हैं और लोगों से वोट मांग रहे हैं। ये कह रहे हैं कि बड़े बड़े स्टार प्रचारक आए, वो कांग्रेस में भी आए, तो लेकिन कैसे देख रहे हो यहाँ पे?
सर, अगर डेवलपमेंट होती तो आप यहाँ पर खड़े हैं, ये बवैन है, आप देख लो यहाँ की क्या हालत है। और पिछले 10 साल में बीजेपी ने जितने वायदे किए थे, चाहे वो युवाओं को रोज़गार देने का वायदा था, चाहे 5100 रुपये बुढ़ापा पेंशन करने का वायदा था, एक भी वायदा इन्होंने पूरा नहीं किया। और नायब सैनी जो यहाँ से टिकट लेकर चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं, ये तो यहाँ से 5 साल पहले सांसद भी रहे। सांसद रहते हुए इन्होंने हल्के की कोई समस्या नहीं सुनी, किसी समस्या का समाधान नहीं किया, और अब 6 महीने से तो ये मुख्यमंत्री भी हैं। और मुख्यमंत्री अब ये कहते हैं मेरे को तो 100 दिन का समय मिला है काम करने का।
सबसे बड़ी बात है एमएलए तो कांग्रेस का था यहाँ पे, तो विकास तो कांग्रेस के एमएलए ने भी कराना था।
सरकार तो बीजेपी की थी, यहाँ जो डेवलपमेंट होती बीजेपी के समय में होती, इन्होंने कोई भी विकास का कार्य नहीं किया है। और इससे पहले जो सरकारों ने काम किए में उन पे भी रोक लगाई। यहाँ पे हमारे सबसे ज़्यादा मेन समस्या होती है वाटर लेवल की। वो वाटर लेवल नीचे होने की वजह से यहाँ पे हुड्डा जी ने एक दादूपुर नहर का निर्माण करवाया था और एक सरस्वती नदी खुदवाई थी, इन्होंने उसको बंद करने का काम किया है।
क्या लगता है कि जो डेवलपमेंट है, यहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट की बात की जा रही है, मुद्दे कह रहे हैं डेवलपमेंट हुई नहीं, यहाँ पे मुख्यमंत्री खुद लड़ रहे हैं, तो क्या मुख्यमंत्री के आगे जो मेवा सिंह जी हैं, क्या वो उनको मुख्यमंत्री का एक जो स्टेटस है उसको फ़ायदा देगा मुख्यमंत्री जी को?
मुख्यमंत्री मेवा सिंह का कहीं भी मुकाबला नहीं कर रही। मुख्यमंत्री अगर मान लिया कोई काम करते तो उनको वोट की जरूरत, मांगने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती।
We can understand from these voters, they say there is the development, one of the main issue, and unemployment is also prevailing. They say yes, the chief minister is contesting from here, but they are looking forward for their problem solution, and according to that they will pick up the candidate from this constituency.
So like many urban and semi-rural areas of Haryana, city of Karnal, the seat of the Chief Minister since 2014 is littered with posters and institutions selling the settle abroad dream to young and the desperate. But why is there such a rush of young people wanting to go abroad? And hidden in this desire is of course to make it big in a country, in a foreign country. My colleague Ankit has this report.
Everywhere you go in Haryana, in especially the towns, the big cities, the walls, the streets, every nook and corner is littered with these posters which are asking students of how they can help them to prepare for IELTS, their visa. What is it that the young students here in Haryana, in this entire region, Haryana and Punjab, what ticks them that they would like to in fact leave the country and go abroad to study, to settle? Let's just try and understand, just to understand that phenomenon here in one of the institutes in Karnal, and we'll try and understand from the students what is happening, why is there such a rush to try and go overseas, maybe to study, even to settle down. कहाँ जाने की तैयारी कर रहे हो, क्या पढ़ने की तैयारी कर रहे हो, और अभी तक आपने क्या किया?
अभी तक सर मैंने 12th करी है, पिछले साल मेरी 12th कंप्लीट हुई थी, और फिर अब मेरा प्लान है फॉरेन जाने का।
कहाँ जाना चाहते हो?
मैं यूके या फिर किसी यूरोप की कंट्री। 2 कज़न गए हैं, एक यूएस में है, एक कनाडा में है, और वो वहाँ पर अच्छी जॉब कर रहे हैं आज।
तो इसलिए बाहर जाना है कि इंडिया में अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है?
अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं सर, लेकिन पेरेंट्स हमें कहते हैं कि हम बाहर जाना चाहिए।
बाहर जाना चाहिए, पेरेंट्स कहते हैं?
यस सर।
क्या करते हैं आपके पेरेंट्स?
मेरे फादर की फ्लोर मिल है सर।
सर मैं फार्मासिस्ट हूँ और ग्रेजुएशन साथ है BCA इंजीनियरिंग से।
तो मतलब क्या प्लान, बाहर पढ़ने जाना है, सेटल होने जाना है, जॉब के लिए जाना है, क्या सोच के जा रहे हैं?
सर यहाँ से तो PT देने के बाद वहाँ स्टडी वीज़ा के बाद वहाँ वर्क के लिए जी।
आपका क्या नाम है मैडम?
शिवानी सर।
आप कहाँ से हो?
करनाल से।
आप करनाल से?
हाँ जी सर।
आपने भी प्लान किया है बाहर जाके पढ़ना है, रहना है?
हाँ जी सर।
क्यों ऐसा आपने प्लान किया?
सपना भी होता है कई बच्चों का बाहर जाना, ये नहीं है कि सिर्फ काम के लिए जाना है या सिर्फ उसके लिए, सपना होता है कई बच्चों का। और मेरा भाई गया हुआ बड़ा, इस वजह से भी मेरे को जाना है, स्टडी के लिए भी जाना है, वर्क के लिए भी जाना है।
तो क्या अभी कभी ऐसा भी लगता है कि यहाँ से बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं इसलिए जाना
है भी है, और यहाँ पे है अपॉर्चुनिटी, ऐसा नहीं है कि यहाँ पे नहीं है बहुत, पर फिर ज़्यादा मतलब प्रेफर कर रहे हैं, ज़्यादा बाहर जा रहे हैं, सभी जा रहे हैं, ऐसे सपना होता है किसी का, इसलिए मेरा तो सपना ही है बाहर जाना।
तो आपका भी ऐसे ही ड्रीम है बाहर जाने का? कहाँ से हो आप?
करनाल से।
करनाल से ही हो? कैसे शुरू हुआ ये सोचना कि चलो बाहर चलते हैं यहाँ से निकल के?
तो सारे ही जा रहे हैं तो हमने सोचा हम भी चलो।
सारे ही जा रहे हैं, आसपास के ग्रुप में सारे?
मेरे भाई सर बाहर गए।
आपका भाई भी?
रियल ब्रदर बाहर।
तो क्या आप लोगों को यहाँ पे लैक ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी लगती है, या आपको लगता है वहाँ ज़्यादा बेटर है इसलिए वहाँ चले जाए?
फॉरेन में सर बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी है फॉर स्टडी। वहाँ पे सर करेंसी भी है थोड़ी, कि भाई करेंसी ज़्यादा, अपने पैसे की करेंसी ज़्यादा है, इस करके भी। और सर यहाँ पे इतना वो भी नहीं है, यहाँ पे सर जॉब के लिए हाईएस्ट स्टडी करनी पड़ रही है, और फिर अगर हम गवर्नमेंट जॉब के पीछे भाग गए तो सर मिल भी नहीं रही है, क्योंकि कंपटीशन ज़्यादा है सर।
सबका अब जो टीनेजर्स हैं वो इन्फ्लुएंस हो रहे इस चीज़ से कि ओवरसीज़ जाएंगे, थोड़ा स्टैंडर्ड लेवल हाई होएगा,
लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड बेटर है।
जी, लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड बेटर है। एंड इफ़ आई टॉक अबाउट द मनी एंड इनकम, यूके का 1 पाउंड इंडियन रुपीज़ के 110 रुपीज़ के इक्वल है, तो क्यों स्टूडेंट प्रेफर नहीं करेगा वहाँ पे जाना?
बट जाने से पहले अभी तो बहुत सारा पैसा चाहिए भी होता है ना जाने के लिए, सबको स्कॉलरशिप मिलेगी नहीं
सर। इन्वेस्टमेंट हर एक चीज़ में नीड है जब भी आप सक्सेस पे जा सको।
मतलब ये आप देख रहे हो कि अपने अंदर इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो सो दैट यू हैव अ बेटर फ्यूचर, राइट?
यस ऑफ कोर्स।
आपके पेरेंट्स को फाइनेंशियली कैसे मैनेज करेंगे, कर रहे हैं वो इसको?
सर एज आई से मेंशन बिफोर, इन्वेस्टमेंट नीडेड है ही है। कुछ पेरेंट्स के खुद का ऐसा लेवल है कि वो कर सकते हैं, कुछ वो खुद मैनेज कर सकते हैं कि मैं बाहर जाऊं ताकि मैं उनको इन फ्यूचर उनको फाइनेंशियली इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग रखूं कि कोई प्रॉब्लम ना आए, एंड मैं उनका भी और अपना फ्यूचर स्ट्रॉन्ग कर सकूं।
पैसा कमाना है इसलिए बाहर जाना है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे तो जॉब है ही नहीं। 2 लाख वैकेंसी है और 10 लाख तो बंदे पेपर दे देते हैं, वो किस किस को मतलब सिलेक्ट करे, तो इसलिए हमारा तो नंबर आना ही नहीं है। अब मतलब मिडिल वैसे है ना, जहाँ हाईएस्ट बच्चे भी नहीं, अभी 90 में से 90 आने वाले हैं, हमारे यहाँ 60% वाले बच्चे में पीछे रह जाते हैं, तो उनके लिए जो भी नहीं है, तो इसलिए ऑप्शन हमारा बाहर ही है।
Well, those are the sentiments of youngsters in Haryana. So, will caste equations take centre stage in the poll battle, or will it be about development? And individual candidates will get to know that on the 8th of October, and NDTV will be closely tracking that day, those results, and of course getting you the fastest and most accurate results. We will look forward to you joining us on that day. But for now, this is what we have in this bulletin. More news and updates on the other side.